I am 29 years old, um, from Green Acres, Palm Beach County, born and bred my whole life. One of the few natives left, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know. Um, got many interests and hobbies, but the main interest in my life has always been music and in the arts in general, but specifically music. Played the guitar most of my life. I've dabbled with other instruments throughout, but mostly guitar. Um, love movies, TV shows, but mostly movies. I gotta see like at least a movie every month or every other month. Sometimes it gets costly, but just I don't know. I love movies. If I was more into it, I think I would love to maybe produce or write or something like that. Be involved in the movie scene somehow, but that never seemed to work out. Mostly music seemed to work out better for me. But had many jobs in my life of all walks, from retail to warehouse to security. Um, Currently, I am working on my AA, trying to get that to help me get into the radiology program, just like my wife is actually trying to do. She's in the group, Erin, and hopefully that'll work. Still got a ways to go. I've been working on the prerequisites for a couple years now. I'm on my fourth semester right now, and putting off speech, of course. But I think I got about another year and a half till I can get into the radiology program, and that will be about 2 years in that, which I'm sure will be pretty difficult itself, but hopefully I'm stick with it. Um, I can describe myself in 3 words. Would be adaptable, caring, and artistic. I guess I would call myself adaptable because, like I said, I worked many jobs in my life. I've, like I said, retail, warehouse type work, driving forklifts, security, which I'm doing right now at the airport. But it was always kind of tough at first to go from, say, retail, like in a drugstore, selling all regular items, to all of a sudden going to work at a warehouse, and I had to learn how to drive a forklift and other things like that, and inventory items and checking in items and sending out items. It was a little different than just running a register. And then after that, I worked where I'm at now, which is security. So now I'm going from driving machinery and inventory to patting people down and making sure that there's no bombs or knives or guns in people's bags. So I've had to be pretty adaptable, pretty versatile to go from one profession to the other. And I thought I was pretty good at that. It doesn't take me very long to learn the job, to get the hang of it. I've almost been like a jack of all trades, I guess. And second reason, I guess, would be caring. I've always considered myself a softie. Always really cared for my friends and my family unconditionally, even if maybe sometimes you wouldn't think they would deserve it. I was always there for them. And an example was a good friend of mine, a friend I grew up with, was actually in my band that we were together with for like 10 years. I had a bit of a drug problem, and on and off. Every time he had a problem, I was always there. When he needed me. One of the last time, he actually ended up pawning some of my equipment, so that kind of was rough. But we were able to get it back and talk about it and figure out what was wrong, what happened, and we're still good friends even to this day. Even after that, all that, it's not that big a deal in the end. We got it back, and what mattered most was that he was okay, that he was able to get through his problems. And family and friends didn't matter. Always that way, because that's really, in the end, that's what we have. After everything else is gone, it's all we've got is our family and our friends and the love we share. And my third thing I would describe myself is artistic. I've always been, I wouldn't say an artist, but a very artistic person. Always gravitated toward a musical instrument when I was a kid. I remember if I saw a piano or if I saw a violin somewhere at someone's home or in a store, I almost couldn't resist but to touch it and try to learn how to figure it out. Sometimes get myself into trouble if it wasn't the right place, but I think it's always been for the best because it's always been a release for me. It's always been something that I could let stress out, and also I think I get a lot out of it, like pleasure and pleasing other people with sound and music and all that. I was in the school band, in middle school and high school, a total of about 7 years, both the concert band and the marching band. So I think that really helped with my music, even though I wasn't necessarily formally trained in like my guitar music, but because I was formally trained with the horn and the band, I think that really helped me out in my own private music with the rock band and all that, because it kind of gave me that edge that a lot of the other friends of mine that were trying to start bands didn't have. They didn't have any kind of formal training in anything. But the rock band I'd been in even longer, even after high school, about 10 years. We all played together, almost the same three guys, and been through the thick and thin. And what I love about all that is I can go to work, but then at night I can go out and, like I said, be artistic. I can get on stage and I can express my emotions and my frustrations and everything with the music and with the dancing around on stage and everything like that. And I think that's one of the best things I can do, even though I haven't doing as much lately because I've got school, but it's still there no matter what. And so I guess I can conclude with saying that I'm a very versatile person, and I can describe myself as adaptable, caring, and artistic. And I'll end with a quote from, I think it's appropriate, Elvis Presley. Ambition is a dream with a V8 engine. Not the most deepest of people, but I think it gets to the point. Thanks.